This angle is nice. Nice. Welcome to the 140 years, 140 years with 140 countries. The Mercedes-Benz story of 2026.
Delighted to be your host today. A very big thank you for joining us here. It's a really special day indeed. Now tonight we find ourselves against the iconic backdrop of Gardens by the Bay for a very special moment in the Mercedes-Benz story. This is where nature, architecture, and design come together beautifully, making it a fitting venue for an evening centered on innovation, movement, and the future of luxury. And this is where it becomes the stage for a global celebration. In 1886, Carl Benz filed the patent for the world's first automobile, changing how the world moves forever. This year, Mercedes-Benz marks 140 years since that defining moment, a celebration of vision, progress, and continuous innovation. And to share more about this milestone and how the 140 Places journey turns the 140 years of Mercedes-Benz innovation to life here in Singapore, please join me and welcome the President and CEO of Mercedes-Benz Singapore, Marcel Perez.
Thank you very much, Louise, and what a pleasure it is to have you here and to have our guests here. So first of all, I would like to say also from my side a very good evening. Welcome to this fantastic venue, and also welcome home. And I will explain about this a little bit more later. So now, very important, this is a very defining moment for Mercedes-Benz globally, as well as in Singapore, and admittedly, it is also a defining moment for me personally. Now, this is 140 years of this company, Mercedes-Benz. And that in itself is extraordinary, it's an achievement. Many companies will get to this age, but it's not many of them. And 140 years is specifically on extraordinarily within the automotive industry is a real statement and a milestone and an achievement for us. Having said that though, I have to admit, we could not do this without you as well. Dear media partners, friends of the brands and fans. It is clear that your feedback matters a lot to us. It is your feedback that keeps us motivated, that gives us confidence, and also every now and then challenges us to be even better. And most importantly of all, it is your storytelling. The storytelling that you do that conveys the message of Mercedes-Benz into the world. That matters a lot to us. And therefore, once again, thank you so much for coming here today, and once again, welcome home. Now, when we look into the last 140 years, I would say a lot has changed. A lot has changed since then. With every new generation of vehicle that we introduce and sell worldwide, we also reinvent ourselves. We redefine what is possible in the automotive industry. And that we have done over time, over and over again. And that is something that drives us very, very deeply. But there's also a few things that have not changed actually, and that is, for example, the Mercedes-Benz DNA. And that DNA is what made all of that possible. Think about it. Our founders had the courage to invent and to engineer the first automobile in the world. And over 140 years, we not have just participated in the automotive industry, we have shaped it. We have defined its future for the last 140 years. And that, ladies and gentlemen, shows this level of courage. But coming back to today, the mission for Mercedes-Benz, I think, is laid out relatively clearly. We are building the world's most desirable cars. And every touch point that you have with our brand are curated and designed around you. And that is what we call the welcome home feeling. And that is what we want to convey today and also in our future.
Indeed, Marcel. And this year, Mercedes-Benz is marking its 140th anniversary, not just from one place, but through a journey across the world. That journey is 140 places. That's insane, Marcel.
That is.
What's the idea behind it, and why does Singapore mean so much?
That's a very good point. So first of all, 140 places, 140 years. That is indeed a magnificent milestone. But when we started this idea of 140 places, the one thing that came to our mind, and that's very important, is that the milestone itself of inventing the automobile is not a milestone that is only dear to us at Mercedes-Benz. It is actually dear to all of us worldwide. And that's why we decided, if we do have a celebration, then it must be a worldwide experience. We cannot just have it in one city. We have to celebrate more often for that. And think about the impact that the automotive industry and the invention of the automobile actually had. It changed the way we connect with one another. It changed the way how we move from one place to the other. And it changed ultimately the direction for so many things that followed afterwards. So that is why it matters. And then we said it must be a worldwide experience. So what have we done? You must remember the 29th of January is an important day for us at Mercedes-Benz. It is actually the day, just in 1886, where we have filed the patent for the first automobile in the world. And 140 years later, on the 29th of January this year, we have introduced a brand new S-Class, and we set out 3 S-Classes on a journey and an epic adventure. When this journey finishes, these cars will have covered 50,000 kilometers. They will have gone across 6 continents, and they will have covered multiple nations. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is the night where these vehicles have arrived in Singapore. And what makes it special? Well, the Singaporean audience resonates deeply with the values of Mercedes-Benz. So when you look into the values of Mercedes-Benz, we talk about craftsmanship, we talk about engineering, innovation, pioneering spirit, and design. And those are elements that we do see deeply entrenched also in the culture of Singapore. That's why we have been very successful, and also as a token of appreciation, I'm very proud that tonight is the night where we all experience these cars arriving here in Singapore.
Indeed, and that is the car that is making the journey. That's the S-Class. And in just a moment, we will all get to see that journey come to life.
That is absolutely right. So, first of all, in the next few moments, we will see the traces of 140 years of Mercedes-Benz. Now, this is an evolving story. This is an origin story that has started with the patent Motorwagen that you see outside, but it continues to develop. And the icons of the past have shaped generations, and the icons of the present and the future will do the same. And the next inspirational chapter is the one that you are about to see just now.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Please turn your attention to the screens. Welcome to 140 years, 140 places. tour as part of its 140 Places journey. Marcel, after everything we've just seen, what would you like to have your guests take away with this moment here?
All right, there's a few things that I would like to emphasize. The first thing is that, once again, we do strongly believe that this milestone is a celebration, not only for Mercedes-Benz, but it's a celebration for all of us around the world. Yeah? And on top of that, I think you can clearly see that this is not just a campaign. Yeah? So these vehicles have indeed traveled truly more than 30,000 kilometers to arrive here to celebrate this fantastic moment with us. And last but not least, the S-Class is widely considered the pinnacle of the automobile industry. It is a natural choice for us to use the S-Class to now transfer the spirit and the brand ethos of Mercedes-Benz with the three-pointed star on the bonnet, but also symbolically into the world again with 140 places. And last but not least, well, the future is just around the corner. And in this case, I mean it really literally, because you will also have the chance today to have a first look at the new Mercedes-Benz studio that we are building up here in Gardens by the Bay. So after you have explored the cars, our team will also give you the opportunity to be walking over to the Future of Us Pavilion, where you can experience this new welcome home feeling.
Indeed, Marcel. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, Marcel Perez. Wonderful indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, please feel free to take your photos.